The focus of this video here is to give you a high-level look into the most common types of sims you'll see throughout the Interplay training program. Those sims are procedural installation sims, inspection sims, and troubleshooting simulations. We also, though, want to give you a high-level look as to why do we believe simulation-based learning can help you perform better in the field in your skilled trade. We actually took a lot of this sim-based training methodologies from the likes of the defense industry, the aviation industry, and as well the medical field. Area where they know continued practice can help prove in performance in the field. These industries have had large budgets to funnel into simulation-based training for years in order to get that hands-on-like practice for their users. We, though, are taking that exact same approach and bringing it to you in the skilled trades. So now let's dive in to our most common simulation types that you'll see throughout an Interplay training program. This is what we call an installation sim, and this is actually very procedural in nature. It's going to take you through step by step. To get you familiar with what you have here in your fingertips during an install sim, one, there's always going to be a set of steps here at the top, but as well you can open up the left-hand learning guide also, and that'll allow you to see each of the previous steps that you've done. In this case, I'm going to click Next. In most cases, you'll actually have the tool automatically pop up that you're going to be using. So in this case, we're actually going to be removing parts of the nail. So every single time that you actually do an action, you'll then see that we'll click Next once it's done. So here I'm going to gently lift up the tile, and then I'm actually given the chance to then click Next to continue on. In this case, then I need to actually apply sealant to the hole I left behind. And so I learned that by just following along the procedure and then clicking Next. In a training mode scenario like I'm in right now, I'm going to be able to get everything correct. Versus in a challenge mode scenario, if you do something out of order, if you don't put it in the right place, you actually can get those incorrect. And once I'm actually done with all the sim activities, I'm going to click Submit, and then that will end the activity. Next up, we're going to be diving into the site assessment sim, or what we call an inspection sim. We've actually done these for years because of the fact that it's so easy for us to replicate many different houses or scenarios for you to have to go inspect and to monitor and to make sure that you understand when things have been done correctly or incorrectly. So now let's dive into this inspection sim to see how we can actually maneuver inside of it. So in this clipboard sim, the main thing that we're going to be working on is the clipboard function that I pulled out here in the bottom left-hand corner. We're actually going to be given a series of questions that then we're going to be able to go in and look at ourselves. In this case, are there any narrow passageways? Now, this is something you may not yet know, or you may not actually know why you're having a look at this. We actually provide a detailed explanation. So in an inspection sim, we'll always detail the numbers, which are very common, with the measurement lines functionality. And so that will bring up the visualization. So imagine we've done all the tape measure activities here. Also, a lot of times we will actually directly guide you to the areas that you need to inspect in each one of these questions. So in this case, know the width, and then I'm actually going to learn and see how are we comparing or what are we considering a narrow passageway. So in this case, I'm actually going to click yes, and I got a check mark. And now I can be going on to the next activity. Lastly, we're going to be showing a troubleshooting sim. We've always been very successful with troubleshooting sims because we can create so easily many different faults that simulate a service technician going on to a job site and finding the issue. So when you go into a troubleshooting sim, there's a few things you always want to make sure you're aware of. One, as usual, we're guiding you through each of the troubleshooting steps. So imagine we've actually streamlined a troubleshooting chart to actually give you the flow so that you can follow along in a much easier manner. It's usually done by asking you questions that you'll inspect yourself. So in this case, is the inverter light on or blinking? So in this case, I'm actually going to tell it, hey, there's no light. You're guided in the right direction by the orange visual. You can pull out your tools in the bottom left-hand corner. You can put them away by clicking on and off of them. When it's time to use one of your tools, often we'll pull them out automatically for you. Similar to how on the left-hand procedure guide, orange reflects the button that it's the correct answer. When using your tools, orange blinking lights represent where your probe should go. Now this is in training mode, and we provide you more guidance in that case. If you are in a challenge mode scenario, you actually are not given the guiding light to tell you exactly which is the correct answer. So you must then make these selections yourself. This provides a more accurate, lifelike feel to when you're in a challenge mode scenario. So in this video, we wanted to give you a good feel of all the types of simulations that you'll see throughout our Interplay training programs. And please feel free to reach out at any time with questions. Thanks.